Now, something that you do need to know about is what's called strong authentication. And strong authentication means that there's two of the authentication types that I just talked about. So you'll have an identification, and then you have two authentications. So there's identification, Sean Harris, and then there's authentication, which maybe I have a smart card and a PIN number. That's something that I have, something that I know. Maybe there's a smart card and a biometric. That's something that I have and something that I am. So strong authentication just means that there's actually two pieces for the authentication piece that has to happen correctly before somebody is authorized to have any access. Now, if this is new to you, some of the students have kind of fought back with me and said, well, strong authentication, I'm providing two pieces of information, my username and my password. That's two things, but that's not two authentication things. That's one identification thing that could be known by people, and then you have to have two authentication components. And this is interesting, like within the banking world right now, there's been rules that have come down for online banking that users have to use strong authentication. What that means is that the banks that are providing the online banking service can't just use like a username and password anymore because they've been broken too much. Too many hackers have actually got into online banking. So now anybody who's providing this type of service has to do strong authentication. So some banks are sending out like IDs, security tokens that they'll have to use, some looking at biometrics, and so it's extra cost and it's harder for the user, but it's all about security because there's been too many breaches.